Hi, I'm Marut Sikka, and what we are cooking today is what I ate in the small town of Meerut in a Muslim family's house, a chicken do pyaaza, to be cut into even sized pieces, very important for even cooking. Let's pre-marinate the chicken. I always believe in marinating my meats because it tenderizes them, seasons them and makes them cook that much better. So all this needs is a bit of garlic, 2 teaspoons, 1 teaspoon of ginger. These are paste, basically garlic and ginger blended with water. A little bit of salt and a little bit of chilies. First marinations primarily depend on the kind of dish you're cooking, but I think it's a very important step in the cooking process, so make sure you do it. You'll see the difference when you try a dish with it or without it. The onions for the Moong do pyaaza have to be cut in 2 different ways, finely chopped and larger pieces. The chopped pieces go in first and the larger ones go in later. So let's start with the finely chopped onions. So about 2 onions in there, and now the larger cut of the onions. Basically needs to be quartered and separated by hand. Chop some tomatoes for a nice fresh tomato puree. So our nice fresh tomato puree, which will be our base for our Moong do pyaaza. Let's start with the chicken. We start with desi ghee, a tablespoon and a half, lots of garlic, my favorite, an equal amount of ginger this time, 2.5 teaspoons of ginger paste, gently saute until it starts to become brown, and then we add the chopped onions, the first onion to be added in the Moong do pyaaza, which will eventually take 2 kinds of onions. One of the most seductive aromas, I think, is the smell of roasting garlic. It's time to add the onions. The garlic is brown now. So the chopped onions that we've done, a couple of chopped onions going in there now. And these have to be cooked until they're a nice golden brown color. There are so many kinds of onions in the world. You have red onions, white onions, and the small onions, which are called shallots, are actually not onions but come from the garlic family. But they taste and look exactly like onions. So onion number 1 in our Moong do pyaaza acquiring its nice golden hue, and it's time for our freshly blended tomato puree to go right in. About 2 cups of tomato puree in there. A great time to add seasoning, so let's add the salt. But not all of it, because some salt must be added with the chicken. And while our tomatoes are roasting, let's prepare the yogurt that goes in this dish. Normally, a dish only takes in 1 souring agent. This one takes 2. You see, onions is sweet, and to counter the sweetness, you add a souring agent. So if you add onions, you add tomatoes. Because we are adding 2 kinds of onions, we are adding 2 souring agents here. tomatoes and yogurt. We whisk the yogurt, some turmeric powder inside, a little bit of red chili. Keep an eye on your tomatoes, don't let them burn. Whisk your yogurt with the 2 spices inside. And once you see fat separation happening on the tomatoes, that means the fat starts to come out on the sides, it's time to add the yogurt. We let this mixture roast and let's make our garam masala, which goes in the end in the Do Pyaaza. Many spices in the garam masala: green cardamom powder, 1 tablespoonful, some mace powder, a little bit of clove powder, a bit of cinnamon powder, and 1/4 teaspoon black cardamom powder. Lots of fragrant spices there. What amazing fragrant smells coming out of this. Amazing spices. In olden days, when ships carrying spices went out of India, they were hijacked more than ships carrying treasures like gold and silver and jewelry. That was the power of spices, and that is the power of good food. The mixture is getting a nice color. Let's add some coriander powder, coriander seed powder or dhania powder, and some cumin or jeera powder. And as I keep telling you, the secret of being a good cook is to keep tasting all the time. Fantastic basil notes here, superb top notes here. I think we've got a winner here. Perfect time to add the chicken, so let's do it. Chicken which was marinated with ginger paste, garlic paste, salt and some red chili. Also a good time to put the other onion, the second onion for our Do Pyaaza. And a bit of water is always handy when things get too hot or thick to handle. The chicken and the onions both are done, and it's time to add our fragrant garam masala that we had made with cardamom, cinnamon and so many other spices. 2 whole teaspoons of it in there. A quick stir, and I think it's time to take it out. Looks nice and ready to be eaten, but one final touch to this. A kind of a top note garnish with some fresh mint, some fresh coriander, a little bit of kasuri methi and some green chilies. All mixed with some cream. 3 tablespoons of cream in there. 1 tablespoon of fresh coriander leaves. Small handful of fresh mint leaves. A little bit of chopped green chili. And some kasuri methi or fenugreek leaf powder. And it's done. Taking care not to cook it too much. And our chicken Do Pyaaza with lots of fresh flavors and lots of spices is ready to eat.
chicken is excellent.